What's good, YouTube? Back again with another video. Today we have a woman who's being divorced by her husband for going live on TikTok. We're going to listen to her story and I'm going to give you my reaction.
Did I do anything wrong? Because I honestly don't believe I did. But maybe I can use a little insight from someone else. So, my husband wants to file for divorce because I was on TikTok live last night. Now you're gonna need some backstory.
Before she gets into it, this brings up a very good point. Is social media destroying relationships? Like I said, people become so consumed and obsessed with social media that they kind of lose touch of what really matters in real life, not social media land.
As to how this all transpired. But I'm fairly new to TikTok, and I've decided I want to try to build a following so that I can tell my story, because I feel like I've got a pretty good story just about my life in general. And then,
Is TikTok more important than your marriage?
I realized that I can go live. So I've been trying to mess around with going live. I went live a few times. There was like these goals to begin with that said you have to go live 3 separate times on 3 different days, or 3 different days, one live. I did that. And then there was one where it was go live for more than 30 minutes. So I finally did that. I accomplished that. And then when I got back off live, me and my son were having fun, giggling around, making funny faces, talking basically to ourselves, because my live had like 1 person and most of the time 0, which I'm fine with. I wasn't trying to interact with people. But
That's where I kind of disagree with. I mean, the whole purpose of going live is to interact with people, or else, I mean, it's no point of going live. So I mean, I think she's being a little dishonest there. Like I said, your whole goal was to go live to interact with people, and there's nothing wrong with it, but let's just keep it at 100.
the second time I go on live, after finally being on for 30 minutes, I get off live and get back on live, and we're goofing around. Not even a minute into this live, I get a request from somebody to join their live, like a guest. I'm like, cool, this is cool. Like, now maybe I can do like battle and see how that works. So I accept the live, and it's these 2 men from somewhere foreign. That's obvious. It really looked like a third world country, and it turns out they're from Pakistan. So there were these 2 men who barely spoke any English there, and
Okay, so my first kind of question is, okay, she was on TikTok. She got a request from these two men that she didn't know. She accepts the request. Like I said, she doesn't really know these men. She says that she can't really understand what they're quite saying. Why not just hang up? Why not just disconnect from the live and continue with your own private live?
I'm just goofing around. I'm not really interacting with them. They can't even speak to me. So I'm really just talking to my people who are in my chat. And so we're talking. No, we're not even talking. Me and the 2 people aren't even talking. There's these 2 men, and they have like 3, 4 men behind them. And they're really not paying attention. I'm not really paying attention. The only thing they did ask me was time. And they were like, dime. Like showing me the watch. They want to know what time it was where I was at. And they showed me what time it was over there. It was like 1:30 in the afternoon, and where I'm at, it's like nighttime. And so if you know how long these battles go, the battle is like, 3 or 5 minutes?
One thing also I do notice that I hear some children. It sounds like she has her children out there. They're playing in the background. She's kind of consumed with this TikTok live and not really paying any attention to the children as far as interacting with them. That's one thing I did notice.
Most time I'm not paying attention to what they're doing, what I'm doing. And then I see a friend in my chat, in my comments in the bottom, and she goes, say waka, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this person knows who I am. So I'm like, waka, and I greet myself, and I'm like, Shannon, why does this look familiar? I click on it, and it's a Shannon.
You can hear the kids calling out, "Mom, mom, mom." She's so wrapped up in this TikTok live that she's not paying him any mind. Just like I mentioned earlier, it's not a good
I know
sign.
this, Shannon.
Mom, the
And
Cheeto
I,
does
hold on, I'm talking. Hold on.
the Cheeto dust in John's butthole.
Oh my gosh. Can you not say that? I'm recording this. Anyways, awkward. Anyways, she goes, I'm like, I know you. I remember you. And I was telling her how I remember her. Because I was like, I remember you used to come visit my village because I'm from Alaska and she was from a neighboring village. She used to come visit during basketball games, which is totally normal. Everybody would, it's like a tri-cities of Chivak, Hooper, and Scammon, and we all visit each other's villages and play basketball and everything. So this gym is packed, and she used to walk in front of the gym, in front of the crowd, and like dance. And I was telling her about that, and I was laughing. Now, mind you, the live is almost over. We've got like a minute and or maybe even 30 seconds left. My husband comes out of the room, and he is immediately infuriated, and he accuses me of cheating. And I try to describe to him what we're doing and what's going on, and he's like,
Okay, so basically, well, I mean, she can't really be too mad at her husband. Think about it. She's on this live by her own admission with some random men, two men, and these two men have men standing behind them. She can't even understand the language that they're kind of speaking. I mean, her husband comes in. I'm guessing maybe he came from behind her and is able to see her phone, sees that she's on live with these strange men. You can't really blame him for being upset. I mean, if the shoe was on the other foot, and I mean, she walked in on her husband talking to two strange women that she never seen, and they had women standing behind them, that would be a problem. So she's got to have some understanding and see where he's coming from that perspective.
you're talking to two men in my house. I'm like, I'm not even talking to them. I can't even understand them. Like, we're not even having a conversation. I'm talking to the people in my chat. And
But she's got to understand he doesn't see it like that. He's just walking, and all he's seeing is two men on the screen, and it looks like obviously you're having some type of FaceTime interaction with them. So come on.
he doesn't care. He's like, you need to get out of my house. You need to get out and kicking out. We have
There it goes. Looks like one of her children is in the picture there. Yeah, she really shouldn't be. This brings up a good point. She really shouldn't be having this type of conversation in front of these children. Like I said, children's minds are like a sponge. They soak up everything. So this type of conversation really shouldn't. Number one, shouldn't be having had on live of any social media platform, and secondly, definitely shouldn't be having had in front of her children.
4 kids together. Actually, we have 3. The oldest one is mine. We've been married for 10 years. So here we are arguing on live. The live is over now. Like the battle is over. And I'm like, okay, guys, I got to go.
I'm already getting the picture that you can tell that they're already having some marital issues even before this whole TikTok thing. You could tell, like they said, the marriage probably wasn't on the strongest foundation.
So I hang up, right? Or I end the live. And here we are arguing. And he is so dead set that I'm cheating. Even though I don't, even though I explain to him what's going on, he doesn't want to change his answer. And I'm like, you know what is so freaking funny? That earlier that day, he was talking to a woman named Melissa. And this Melissa supposedly, I'm not saying she doesn't, she probably does. She works for him or with him in his business. She does the insurance. But before they hang up, he goes, oh, thank you, Melissa. You're the best. You're the bestest. Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. You're the bestest. But he says it in kind of like a babyist. You're the, I can't even say it. I don't even talk like that. And so I bring that up. And he's like making excuses. Oh, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you know what I'm talking about. I heard you say that. And it's so funny because he doesn't talk to me like that. He does not talk to me with any kind of respect or
The more she speaks, I'm starting to get a clear picture of kind of what's going on here. I think that's, like I said, there's a lack of attention, and a lack of not only a lack of attention, but a lack of affection that she's getting from her husband, and that's why I think she's kind of gravitating towards this TikTok live as an outlet. Like I said, it sounds like I said she's a stay-at-home wife. from what it sounds like, she's with the kids majority of the time, and he's primarily the breadwinner with his. I think she mentioned an insurance business. So that's what I'm starting to see. I'm starting to see a little bit of burnout. She's with the kids 24/7, and like I said, she's not getting any type of affection or attention from her husband, and she sees her husband giving that same attention and affection to other women.
Or any kind of affection whatsoever. I'm lucky if I get an I love you. That's lucky for me. Because he's so rude to me on a constant basis. I've been called fat. I've been called a slob. I've been called lazy. All of these are not true. Like there's more to that in the story, but I probably don't have time to all get into it now. So here I am confronting him about that, and I say, you know, I've turned a blind eye to your cheating, to your verbal abuse, your abuse in general, and your addiction. And I'm the one.
Again, this type of conversation should not be having held in front of the children, talking about abuse, emotional abuse, other forms of abuse, cheating. It should be a one-on-one conversation.
That's cheating when I've never in my life cheated.
Like I said, it sounds like she doesn't have anyone to talk to, any family, any friends, and she's using this TikTok as an outlet, which can be very dangerous when people start using social media as a diary.
On this man. And so it was just all so ironic. So basically I'm like, you're just looking for a reason to get a divorce. Why don't you just ask for a divorce? Because I'm not saying we have the best marriage, but I make it work because I am so forgiving. I turn a blind eye. But now he's like, okay, after you come back from vacation, I want you out of this house. This house is our house. This is me and his house.
Yeah, I agree 100%. She definitely should not be moving out. She probably should be trying to get in contact with a lawyer as soon as possible, but she definitely should not be moving out. Like I said, if anything, probably he would have to move out, seeing that she is watches the kid primarily. They have, I think he said, 3 children together and 1 stepchild. So yeah, she definitely shouldn't be moving out at all. Definitely needs to get in contact with some type of lawyer ASAP.
I watch all the kids. And you know what was even ticked me off even more was I was already pissed off from this morning, or yesterday morning, in the morning, because I say, I have a doctor's appointment. And he goes, oh, I can't watch the kids. This is always, he can't watch the kids, always. I have to meet so-and-so at 9 o'clock in Seattle, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. I bring the kids with me, and I have 4 of them, 11, 8, 5, and 2.5.
This goes back to the point I made earlier. It just kind of confirms what my thoughts. She's burnt out. Like I said, she's with these kids 24/7, 365. She's not getting a break. Like I said, every time it sounds like she tries to get the husband to give her a break, he has an excuse, or whether it's an excuse or not, he has the work or whatever it may be. She's definitely burnt out, and on top of that, she's definitely not getting any attention or affection from her husband. That's why she's gravitating towards this TikTok live, and she wants to use it as an outlet, like I said, as a diary to express her feelings. Clearly, she doesn't have any close family or friends that she can talk to, so she's going to social media. But like I said, which can be very, very dangerous. I mean, as you can see, because now the husband is asking for a divorce. Even though that's probably not the main reason, but this might be the straw that broke the camel's back.
So they're all hanging out in the car. The car is on, don't worry, everybody was safe, everyone was fine, they had their entertainment, the car was on. They waited for me to be done with this appointment. I get back home, 9 o'clock, he is still not gone. He is still here. But it's so typical of him because he can come and go as he pleases. I never give him any shit. He makes vacations for himself. And if I make a vacation, it's for me and my kids. I go everywhere with my kids. There is no time.
Sounds like they almost living 2 separate lives.
Or even urge to cheat, ever. I just want to know, am I seeing this from only my side? Am I in the wrong? I don't think I am. Am I in the wrong? Somebody,
Father.
tell me, please.
Okay, I'll tell you my opinion. I do think she's in the wrong. One, discussing their marital business on social media. That's definitely a no-no. That's definitely not going to help the relationship. When you could clearly see the relationship was already rocky to begin with before social media. Number two, she definitely should not be discussing these type of matters in front of the children. That's a big, 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 big no-no. Like I said, children's minds, they hear and absorb everything. So you definitely don't want to be talking in a negative light about their father in front of them. Like I said, that's a private conversation they need to have. It sounds like they need to maybe try to get some counseling, some marital counseling, because they have a lot of issues going on here. Also, I think she's dealing with a lot of burnout. She's with the kids majority of the time, and she needs a break. Like I said, whether that's him or it's maybe some family or friends, but it sounds like she doesn't really have a good social support system. So that's why she's gravitating towards this TikTok and using it like an outlet. That's my take on this whole video. But what do you guys think? Do you think she was in the wrong? Do you think it's okay for your spouse to talk about marital business on social media? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.